Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, our brand new day. I got up a little late, and so right now it's late. It's almost 11:30 a.m., luckily, but still, I'm up and running. That's a good thing. And my lips they are just peeling off something fierce. All morning, I have been having to take care of my lips. I ate a lot of salty chips yesterday, and I put extra salt on them because I wanted to taste salt. Problem is, I can't really taste salt anymore. I just taste the anti-caking agent. So I had chips, but the salt's still there, even though I can't really taste it. It's my taste buds. I'm so acclimated to a lot of salt that I need more salt than my taste buds can really taste to taste salt. It's still there. It's like smelling, putting on cologne or perfume. After a very short period of time, you don't smell it anymore. So same thing, I've had so much salt and used so much salt that I don't taste it anymore. But it's still, I might have a lot of dead skin on my lips because of that. Even this morning, even now, thumbs up for that. Ugh. And then of course, with this side starting to droop for whatever reason, I gotta build up a saliva while I'm talking through here. Yay! TMI. Now there's a couple things I want to talk about. First one, before I forget, in the comments, it felt kind of nice. There's the one channel that I watch, and I am a part of the Facebook group, the Dungeon Dive. And I have a lot of respect for the fellow that does the Dungeon Dive, and for the niche that solo and non-solo board gaming is. He's a pretty big dog in the whole game. And there was a comment from the Dungeon Dive on my Does-It video saying nothing about the actual video itself or the gameplay, but just saying they liked my intro of inclusivity. That's nice. No, if you ever watch, if you happen to be watching this, thank you, Dungeon Dive. If you're not watching, hey, I'm tossing it out into the ether. Thank you, Dungeon Dive. So, that was nice. Yay. And then I was out talking to my sister. I like walking along trails, and if I can find a path with no spiders, I'll walk through it. I'm not afraid of spiders anymore. I used to be deeply arachnophobic, and I'm not, but I still have a healthy fear of creepy crawlies, whether they're spiders or other things, because all through history, those of us that didn't have a healthy fear of creepy crawlies got bit or stung and then died. So you didn't pass on kids. So those that did have a healthy fear of creepy crawlies passed that on. I got a pretty healthy fear of creepy crawlies. So I don't want to get spiders across my face or in my hair or anything like that, any more than I like getting ants or stuff crawling on me. Ugorumnus. That just hits a lot of my neurodiverse stuff, so yay on that. But I like going through paths and seeing things in slight urban decay that I can get to is fun. And I like urban decay with urban exploration stuff. It's just, I've never seen any places where it's been, there and safe to get to. So, in this area, kind of close to where I live, there's a small section of forest you can get into. And in that, a little bit of itchy upper lip there, my apologies. In that area are some old concrete pipes. Why were these old concrete pipes put there? Who knows? Could have been part of a project that doesn't exist anymore. Because these are old amidst the trees, set up in a line, covered in thick moss. So I like stuff like that. It's minor, it's just a row of concrete pipes with moss on them, but it's human artifacting that is being reclaimed by nature. So thumbs up on that. And I just think it's kind of cool, so I wanted to talk about that. And I've been trying to continue exercising as best I can, going out for daily walks. I like going out in the walks for the morning, but then that eats up almost the entirety of the afternoon. And that's not great if I want to get things done in shops and such, because it takes me a while to get going in the morning because of my insomnia and such. And then I can't move too quickly because of all of my chronic pain issues. So my morning time is, unless it's a only once in a lifetime thing, that was not what I wanted my mouth to say. Only if it's kind of not an emergency type thing, but if I have an appointment at 8 o'clock in the morning, I can make it to that. I can't do it every day, but I will be nervous enough that I will be awake and ready to go, and I'll be pacing, waiting for it to be time for me to walk there. So I can do it, but when I don't have anything, it just all slides and jumbles together. So, yay? Still though, trying to do everything that I can. I have been playing Fallout 3, and again, I mean, I've talked about it, and I've talked about this, and I've talked about this exact thing, but I want to talk about it again. Because when you think about it, it's absolutely mind-bending. Deathclaws are, well, you don't need to know too much about the background about them. They're not a natural being, but they are at least a ton of solid bone, muscle, scales, and all of it held together by anger and hatred. They do not like anything that is alive. And if they see anything, oh boy, are they happy to come meet ya. And yeah, those claws are something fierce. And the thing is, when they hit you, because they are well over a ton, and they are running, and they jump and hit you. When I say they hit you with the force of a Mack truck, I mean they hit you like a Mack truck. If you got a ton of solid muscle, bone, scale, and claw hitting you, your body, well, what's left of it, is going in that direction. And think about what has to happen to your body if you're a Fallout 3 character and you see that Deathclaw running at you. So you pop a couple chems. Usually I hit like Jet, which gives you extra action points to use. And then I think it's Med X for damage decrease. It makes your body tougher and able to withstand it. Yeah, the Jet just speeds you up. And then there's Psycho, which makes you hit a lot harder. It pushes your body to the extreme. And then of course I pound in a couple stim packs to make sure I'm near maxed out. And then the Deathclaw is right in your face. It's a block and a half away. You've got about a second and a half to do something, because in a second and a half it's hitting you. And then my character, after popping all that stuff, sits there, braces, gets hit, and doesn't move. What has to happen to your body for that? And then you pound on this thing 4 times for each one hit. And each of these hits are hurting it bad until the last wham, and they come apart in pieces. What does that have to do to you? And I know it's a video game. No fear there. I'm just extrapolating. Because human beings can do things like, if you see a car drop onto somebody, you can brace and lift that car up and off of them so they can get out, or people can drag them out. It tears your body apart. You need a lot of recovery and possible surgery and hospital stays, but you can do it. So what are these chems doing to your body that you're tanking all this? Especially since, in the context before I decided not to go back to this place, I hit like 7 or 8 in a row death claws, having to continue to pound more of these chems into my body, and then taking these things on, bam, 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 while they're hitting me, and I am barely getting hurt. And then of course it wears off. But the place in Fallout 3, it is filled with death claws everywhere. I want to explore the inside, the above ground area, but I don't want to deal with any more death claws. So there's tunnels underneath that are filled with death claws, and I can tank a death claw above ground because there's room that it conceivably misses and goes past me, and then I can smack it from behind, you know, because it's got momentum, and then I can smack it from behind once or twice. There ain't none of that in the tunnel. It's right in front of your face and it can't go anywhere, and no matter what I pound into my body to make sure I can survive it, I don't. So, gotta get some more experience under my belt there. Yay! And then, of course, Fallout New Vegas, frustrating. If you have ever watched my LPs of that, I have reached a point where I spent 15 minutes having my head blown off like every 2.5 minutes. I kind of think I know what to do, but I am not sure in the slightest, and it is exceptionally frustrating. I like the game. I like playing through this DLC once. Problem with that is there's stuff and there are doors that you need like a lockpicking of 100 to open up those doors. So there's content there that I would like to see that I can't get to, which means I would have to make another character and make sure they have a strong enough lockpick so I can play that DLC again. If I did that though, I'd have to make sure I had a high enough speech so that I could reconcile dog/god and bring them into one person and save them that way, so that I could talk down Dean Domino, terrible, terrible person though he may be. And Christine, she just trusts me, so I should probably murder her just for that, to show her how wrong she is to do this. But my character doesn't do that. And I'm hopefully going to get to Father Elijah and then use that bear claw trap to teach him a lesson or two. So we shall see. And yeah, having a bear trap attached to a glove is an interesting weapon. I do not know how I will be able to repair it once I am back. You might be able to repair using scrap? Maybe? I don't know. Because every other time I've seen to repair, you need to have 2 of the same type, and then it salvages the one to repair the other. Once you leave the Sierra Madre Dead Money, you ain't going back. So I don't know how you fix it. Past that though, I have just been trying to do the best I can, going out for walkies when I can. I need to call, yes, phone calls. I need to call up this one place and finish the making up an appointment to get another colonoscopy. Not because I like to have people shove tubes up my backside and graze polyps out of my colon. It's just, I've had them be precancerous before. Hopefully they're not cancerous now. I was supposed to have this 6-month follow-up 6 years ago. So, oh boy. Hopefully, board game wise, plans are show and do the Space Marine one. I couldn't remember what the name of it was, but I knew what the game was. Do the Space Marine game, run through possibly a full campaign. Do it more than once so that you can get a real show of what the game is like, because it is fun. And I do want to try that fan-made expansion thing for the Necrons can do more than just stand there and stare at you silently and disapprovingly. Thumbs up for that. I don't really have a whole lot that I can say. I haven't really done much past that. I've been thinking about my solo setting, and I've been getting ready to continue doing more 4 Against Darkness with this character with bumped up. I have to bump up the stats for treasure for this area and finish doing the whole goblins are now ogles, which are degenerate. I lost track of my tongue entirely. I was trying to say something and I don't know what it was. Ogles, which are degenerate hobs, and then the various kinds of koth that would be goblins, and the og, or ok, I can't remember which, or figured out which one yet, the lizard race that's going up. So finish up those tables, because yeah, Connor is out getting adventure and money, and they need to get stuff so they can sell, so they can continue to live. I mean, you can go off, you don't have to live. If you get your own place to live and you don't have to pay any landlord, then you're fine. If you get your food from out in the woods and such, and you don't rely on the town for that, you're fine. You're not going to be punished. That's great. It's just if you want to do anything civilized, you're going to need cash. And the way to get cash is to go out adventuring and drag stuff back so that all the various merchants can trade you some coin for your goods. So thumbs up. More of that's happening. Eventually it's going to become D100 dungeon, because I've got like the first two books in PDF form now, so I can at least show off some of the stuff as it's done. Hopefully there's a form fillable, I was going to say form fillable form, but a fillable in form for like character sheets. That would be good. Yay. If you are a Patreon patron, thumbs up and thank you. I am not owed a thing, and the fact that you help me out to keep doing what I do, to keep me off the street and alive, because I have been economically priced out of all but just the very minimum of housing in my home state. I can't work because of all of my physical conditions, so I am limited with my Social Security disability. With your help, you keep me just that much further away from the street, and that is appreciated to no end. With my conditions, especially my sleep apnea, I wouldn't be able to live for long, just not having housing and such. So thank you very much. It is appreciated to no end. For everybody that leaves me comments, I will keep comments up that are not abusive. I made a call out talking about how lonely I am compared to before, because online stuff is drying up. Some people have mocked me for it. If you're abusive, you go away and you will never be seen on the channel again. I don't stand for abuse for me or anyone else. If you're just not abusive but not understanding, that's fine. You can stay up there. It's only abusive stuff that's not. Most people have understood. Some people, again, not. But it was just when you have like social anxieties that make you more of a recluse, but you're still a human being, so you need human contact. Online stuff has been my contact, especially ever since my wife died. And now with it going away and crumbling under the weight of everything, it hurts. It feels much more lonely, and I don't like that. So yeah, I talked about it in a post. But, again, if you've left me a comment, I have answered as many as I am physically able, which is less than I want to. But remember, if you leave me a comment and you're not abusive, Everyone is appreciated. Thumbs up and thank you. I wish I could answer more. I just can't. But every comment that YouTube at least shows me, I thumbs up, and each one that it won't let me thumbs up, I don't know why, I will heart. So they are read and appreciated. Thumbs up and thank you very much. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is indeed a very good thing. And if you've watched this far, if you could just write in Filmora Vibin. You can spell it any way you like. The spelling isn't important. It's just telling me and showing YouTube that you've watched this far. Just to let people and YouTube know that people do watch. So yay! And yeah, I'm going to continue to do the vibing videos, probably on a daily basis, until I've gone through all the songs that I've got in the by the tool. So thumbs up on that. Anyway though, you take care and I'll talk to you later. Ciao.